let me be frank with you. I have honestly never made this person's biography, and I have no idea why. I already made a video about one of her books. The Seeds of America trilogy. I think it was it's been a year, wasn't it? But now that I'm reading one of her other books, Speak, I realized I didn't make a biography about her. So let's make a biography about this wonderful author, who is known as LAURIE HALSE Anderson. Let us get this started with LAURIE HALSE Anderson. Now, LAURIE HALSE Anderson is a unique type. This is a photo that was taken in 2019 at apparently a convention, and she's holding her book Shout. But her life itself is, well, pretty vague, according to Wikipedia at least. She was born, we know that she was born on October 23rd of 1961. And she was born in this place named Potsdam, New York. Not New York City, it's New York, the state. Potsdam, New York. According to Wikipedia, she grew up there with her younger sister, Lisa. She attended the school named Fayetteville Manlius High School. This is the picture that I found online. And it was stated that she really loved enjoying reading and writing books, like reading and writing stories too. Apparently, science fiction and fantasy were her favorite genres. That's mine too, to be honest. To be frank with you guys. She never, however, imagined that she would become a writer. She always imagined that she would be write stories from time to time, but she never imagined she would become an author for a living, at least not in the second grade. Things change over time. This is one of those best stories that teach you about that. And then in 1999, she wrote Speak. Oh, I haven't finished speaking about her education. Apparently, in her senior year, she lived as an exchange student in Denmark for 13 months, aka 1 year and 1 month. During this time, in her time at the pig farm, yes, she lived in a pig farm for 1 year and 1 month. She stayed, she stayed pretty good, and she went ahead and got her high school degree. She eventually went back home to work at apparently work at the shop to get a minimum wage. She worked minimum wage, which made her want a college education, and she got her college education, debuting in 1999 with her best-selling novel Speak, which I have a copy of right now and I am reading of right now. This is a book about a girl who's become mute after being raped at a summer party, and this is stated to be based on LAURIE HALSE Anderson's own experience at 13 years old of being raped. Later on, in 2000, she published Fever 1793. Then she published Thank You, Sarah in 2002. There was another book before this. It was called Catalyst, but I couldn't find a picture of it online, apparently. I know Google Images will work, but it didn't work when I searched for the picture, so I passed it. This is a picture book about Thank You, Sarah, the woman who saved Thanksgiving. She's a really good school author. And then from 2008 all the way to 2016, she wrote this book in 2010. I have no idea why she made a 6-year gap, but it was definitely worth it. She wrote the Seeds of America trilogy, and it was really worth the 8 years, I suppose. If you go ahead and read, you're one of those early fans of Chain in 2008. 8 years later, you would be reading Ashes. I made book reviews of all these 3 books, this entire trilogy, a few months ago, probably, most likely a year by now. And I love that comment when someone said that now he or she doesn't have to read the book now, and that I just summarized the whole thing for him. Do not take my summaries, take my summaries with a grain of salt. They're not perfect. In fact, I probably make loads of mistakes in my videos, which is probably why I am not getting as many views. Thank you for all the nearly 500 subscribers, BTW. We're almost nearly at 500. Now, back to the topic. LAURIE HALSE Anderson, for her books, won several medals. For Speak, she herself won the National Book Award, and for these, LAURIE, for the Chains, Forged in Ashes in the Seeds of America trilogy, she won another National Book Award finalist, and And this medal for historical fiction, Scott Odell Award. Perfect. Kind of sad that she never won a Newbery. And she even won the ALA Margaret A. Edwards Award, which recognizes one writer and a particular body of work for significant and lasting contributions to young adult literature. She won the annual award in 2009, citing 3 novels published from 1999 to 2002. ALA itself called these novels gripping and exceptionally well written, and the panel chair said that Laurie Halse Anderson masterfully gives voice to teen characters undergoing transformations in their lives through honesty and perseverance, while finding the courage to be true to themselves. It was quite the statement too. In 2017, later, she received the Anne V. Zarrow Award for Young Readers Literature. And her picture books themselves have gotten into the list as well too. The Edgar Allan Poe Award, the Golden Kite Award, and the Los Angeles Times Book Prize. There's not much else I can really say. Except more recently, in 2023, which was 2 years ago, this is more recent news, she won the Astrid Lindgren Memorial Award, one of the largest cash prizes in children's literature. Impressive. And in the end, she did deserve all this. Her entire life, she dedicated herself to writing, helping children, and helping people understand stories, histories, and doing the one thing that she loves the most, writing stories. Whether it's about history, whether it's about science fiction. Also, I still have yet to find a science fiction book by Laurie Halse Anderson. I wonder if she'll ever write a fantastical science fiction book. In the end, though, that is all I can say. Laurie Halse Anderson has won a place in the Hall of Fame of Hunter and Shawn biographies, and I would rate her as one of the top not dead people yet covered on Hunter and Shawn to be one of the best people on this planet, offer-wise, that is. Her writing itself, at least based on the Seeds of America trilogy, was quite witty, quite endearing as well too. Even after a year reading this book, it's still lingering in my brain. The chains and the forge, the history and the shameful part of American history. But you have to learn it, and you have to know it someday. I hope more people could be inspired to be more like her. And in the end, that's all I'm getting. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, Shihana, peace. Bye-bye. Now, for those of you who are still here, I want to point out that this is one of the few people who are still alive that have been covered on Hunter and Shawn and Dark Shawn. Bye.